Hello again, friends. Welcome back to Max's Cards and Dice Dugout. This is episode number 29, and we're returning to Strat-O-Matic baseball for the Oldtimer Kings King of the Hill tournament. The Philadelphia Phillies at 3-0 are the current Kings of the Hill, and they'll be facing the Milwaukee Braves, the 1957 Milwaukee Braves. And we're going to see if they can unseat the Phillies here. And lying in wait are the 1962 San Francisco Giants, and they're waiting to see whether or not they'll be traveling to Shibe Park or to Milwaukee County Stadium. Okay, let's get to the lineups. For the visiting 1957 Milwaukee Braves, Billy Bruton leads off in center field. Johnny Logan, the shortstop, bats second. Eddie Matthews, third base, bats third. Hank Aaron in right field, bats fourth. Wes Covington, left fielder, bats fifth. Joe Adcock, the first baseman, is batting sixth. Red Shandies, second baseman, bats seventh. Del Crandall, the catcher, bats eighth. And batting ninth and pitching is Warren Spahn. He is a number 2 hitting pitcher, so we will replace his card with a pitcher hitting card number 2. Now for the home Phillies, leading off, Eddie Waitkus at first base. Richie Ashburn bats second. He's in center field. Dick Sisler's in left field, bats third. Del Ennis, right fielder, bats fourth. Willie Jones, the third baseman, he's batting fifth. Granny Hamner, shortstop, is batting sixth. Sixth. Andy Semenick, the catcher, bats seventh. Mike Goliot, second baseman, bats eighth. And batting ninth and pitching is Robin Roberts. He is a number 1 pitching, or hitting pitcher, I should say. In 1950, he was 20-10 with a 3.02 ERA and 304 innings pitched. I didn't mention Warren Spahn's stats. In 1957, he was 21-11 with a 2.69 ERA and 267 innings of work. 271 innings of work. All right. So Robin Roberts finishes his warm-up toss. Billy Bruton steps up to the plate, and we are underway. We have a 6-10, and a 6-10 is a double on a 1-14, single 15-20. And it's a single, leadoff single for Billy Bruton. Leadoff man on first for the Braves. He's a stealing A. We're going to play conservative. Here's Johnny Logan. Bruton on first, nobody out. We have a 6-8. And a 6-8 is a single on a 1-16. And that's a single with a 1-base advance. So, first 2 batters, 2 singles. And it's first and second with nobody out for the Braves. And here's Eddie Matthews. Have a 2-5, and a 2-5 is a walk. Not a good start for Robin Roberts. Bases are loaded with nobody out. Phillies are bringing the infield in. Yeah, they're going to bring the infield in. I don't know if that's right with Hank Aaron coming up, but they are. Infield's in, nobody out, Hank Aaron up. Oh boy. And we have a 4-8, and a 4-8 is a fly ball to right field B. And a fly ball to right field B, runner on third scores, other runners hold. So that's a sac fly for Aaron. Sac 9. Bruton scores. Braves are up 1-0. Hank Aaron gets an RBI. And that is 1 fatigue point for Roberts. Here's Wes Covington, first and second with 1 out. Infield back. We have a 4-4, and a 4-4 is a catcher's card X. And Andy Semenick is a 1. And we roll a 1. The catcher's card. And that's a strikeout. That's the first strikeout for Robin Roberts, and there's 2 away. That brings up Joe Adcock, the first baseman. First and second, 2 outs. Got a 5 7 and a 5-7 is a strikeout. Second strikeout for Roberts. But not before the Braves score a run. So after 1/2 inning of play, it's the Braves 1 and the Phillies coming up to bat. Warren Spahn comes out to the mound. He's going to face Eddie Waitkus, Whitey Ashburn, and Dick Sisler. And we have a 6-10. And a 6-10 is a fly ball to center field for out number 1. Richie Ashburn. 4-6. 4-6 is a line out to third base. Joe Adcock has that one, and there are 2 away. Here's Dick Sisler. Got a 4-9, and a 4-9 is a fly ball to left field. Covington's under that, makes the catch, out number 3, and the Phillies go quietly in the first. So after 1 inning of play, it's the Braves 1 and the Phillies nothing. That'll be 1 fatigue point for Spahn and 2 for Roberts. Forgot to give him his second fatigue point for the run. Okay, Red Shandies, first batter here in the top of the second. We have a 5-6, and a 5-6 is a fly ball to left field, and that's out number 1. Dick Sisler has that, and there's 1 away. There's Del Crandall, Braves catcher. And we have a 4-7, and a 4-7 is a strikeout. Strikeout number 3 for Roberts. And there are 2 away. Here's Warren Spahn. 2 outs, nobody on. We have a 4-5. That was a 4. 4-5. It's a ground ball to second base. That's a Goliath over to Eddie Waitkus for out number 3. That's a 4-3. And that's out number 3. So nothing from the Braves in the second after 1.5 innings. It's the Braves 1 and the Phillies nothing. Warren Spahn comes back out. Robin Roberts gets his 3rd fatigue point. And he's going to face Del Ennis, Willie Jones, and Granny Hamner. We have a 3-8, and a 3-8 is a double on a 1-9 and a single on a 10-20. And it's a double, a leadoff double for Del Ennis. Phillies get their first base runner, and he's in scoring position with nobody out. And Willie Jones coming to bat. And we have a 3-4, and a 3-4 is a pop out to third base. Ennis holds at second, and there's 1 away. Granny Hamner, Philly shortstop. We have a 2-3, and a 2-3 is a pop out to third base. Another play for Eddie Matthews, and that's out number 2. Del Ennis still on second, 2 outs. Catcher Andy Semenick. We have a 6-7, and a 6-7 is a walk. So it's first and second with 2 outs for Mike Goliath. Second baseman. And we have a 5-7, and a 5-7 is a ground ball, second base X. Second baseman for the Braves is Red Shandies. He's a 1. So let's see what happens here. And we have an 8. An 8 is a ground out, 4-3. Shandies over to Adcock. And the Phillies are retired. Strand 2 runners. And after 2 innings of play, it's the Braves 1 and the Phillies nothing. Spahn gets his second fatigue point. And Roberts comes back out for the top of the third. Top of the order for the Braves. And we have a 210, and a 210 is a single. So Bruton's 2 for 2. He's on first, nobody out for Johnny Logan. Have a 4-9, and a 4-9 is a triple on a 1-4 single 5-20. He rolls a 14. That's a 2-base advancing single, so Bruton moves over to third. And Logan is also 2 for 2 with 2 singles. It's first and third with nobody out. Phillies are bringing the infield in for Eddie Matthews. And we have a 6-8, and a 6-8 is a single on a 1-16 with a 1-base advance, and he rolls an 18. That's a line out to shortstop. And the runners hold at first and third. So that's an L6 for the first out. Here's Aaron. Phillies are keeping the infield in. And that's a 1-7, and a 1-7 is a single. And the second RBI for Hank Aaron as Bruton scores. Logan moves up to second, and Roberts gets his 4th fatigue point. So now the Braves lead 2-0. Got runners on first and second with 1 out, and Wes Covington at the plate. We got a 4-5, and a 4-5 is a ground ball, second base C. Batter is out, runners advance 1 base. So that's a 4-3. Aaron moves up to second. Logan to third. Second and third with 2 outs. Infield's back. And Joe Adcock. We got a 2-6, and a 2-6 is a single on a 1-2, which will score another run, but he rolls a 6. And that is a line out to shortstop. So that's an L6 for out number 3. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. Oh, yes, that is out number 3. Out number 3. But the Braves do score again. And after 2.5 innings of play, they lead 2-0. Roberts gets his 5th endurance point. Warren Spahn comes back out with a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 3rd, and he's going to face Robin Roberts first up. We have a 6-6, and a 6-6 is a single on a 1-17. He rolls a 14, so Robin Roberts leads off with a single for the Phillies here in the 3rd. Back to the top of the order, and Eddie Waitkus. And we have a 4-8, and a 4-8 is a fly ball to right field B. Hank Aaron's got that for the first out. Robin Roberts holds it first. Whitey Ashburn, Philly center fielder. He's 0 for 1. And he rolls a 2-11, and a 2-11 is a ground ball, second base A. And that is going to be a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. So that's going to be Shandy's to Logan to Adcock, 4-6-3 double play. Kills any hope of a rally for the Phillies and ends the inning. Out number 2. So after 3 innings of play, it's the Braves 2 and the Phillies nothing. And Spahn gets his 3rd fatigue point. Roberts comes back out. Going to face Red Shandy's, Crandall, and Warren Spahn. So we have a 4-5, and a 4-5 is a ground ball to second base. 4-3, Goliath over to Eddie Waitkus for out number 1. Here's Del Crandall, Braves catcher. And we have a 6-6 and a 6-6. It's a pop out to shortstop. Granny Hamner has that. It's underneath it, makes the catch. And that's out number 2. Warren Spahn, he's 0 for 1. Ground out in the 2nd. We have a 6-7, and a 6-7 is a ground ball to second base X. And the Phillies second baseman, Mike Goliot's a 3, and we roll a 4. And a 4 on a 3 is an out. That's a ground out 4-3 for out number 3. Goliot over to Eddie Wakus. Out number 3. The Braves go down 1-2-3 in the fourth, but lead 2-0 after 3.5. And Roberts picks up his 6th fatigue point. Warren Spahn comes back out here for the bottom of the fourth. 2-0 lead. And he's going to face Sisler, Ennis, and Willie Jones. And we have a 4-7. And a 4-7 is a strikeout. That's the first strikeout for Warren Spahn. There's one away. Here's Del Ennis, Phillies right fielder. And we have a 1-7. And a 1-7 is a single. So Del Ennis is 2 for 2. He had a double in the second. Now a single. He's on first. Nobody out. Or excuse me, 1 out. And Willie Jones. Willie Jones is 0 for 1. He popped up to third base his first time up. And we have a 4-4. And a 4-4 is a fly ball center field X. And the Braves center fielder is Bruton. He's a 2. And he rolls a 7. Center field 2. And a 7, and that's an out. Runner on third scores, other runners hold. So that's a fly out to center field for out number 2. And Del Ennis holds at first. Here's Granny Hamner with 2 away. And we got a 3-6, and a 3-6 is a single. Now, with 2 outs, let's get Hamner single first. With 2 outs, Del Ennis is running. He gets a +2. That makes him a 1-14. He's going to hold. He's going to hold at second. So it's first and second with 2 outs for Andy Semenick. And we have a 4-9, and a 4-9 is a fly ball to left field for out number 3. Covington's under that, makes the catch, and the Phillies threaten here in the fourth, but do not score. And after 4 innings of play, it's the Braves 2 and the Phillies nothing. Warren Spahn gets his 4th fatigue point. And Robin Roberts comes out. He's already at 6 fatigue points. And here we are, top of the 5th and top of the order for the Braves. We have a 4-9, and a 4-9 is a triple on a 1-4 and a single 5-20. Well, it's a single, and Bruton is 3 for 3. 3 singles, 2 runs scored for Billy Bruton. All right, Bruton on first with nobody out. Here's Johnny Logan. Got a 1-11, and a 1-11 is a line out to third base. Willie Jones has that. That's the first out. And Bruton holds it first. Man on first, 1 out for Eddie Matthews. And we have a 2-6, and a 2-6 is a walk. So first and second with 1 out. And here's Hammer and Hank, who has both RBIs for the Braves. We got a 2-6, and a 2-6 is a strikeout, and that's strikeout number 4, I believe. 1, 2, 3, yes, 4 for Robin Roberts. And that's the second out here in the top of the 5th. But it's still first and second for Wes Covington. Covington is 0 for 2. And we have a 3-9, and a 3-9 is a walk. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs. And Joe Adcock. Roberts get out of this jam. We got a 1-8. And a 1-8 is a home run on a 1-2-11. And he rolls a 17. It's a double. And that's going to score a few runs. Let's see. Adcock hits a double. Billy Bruton scores. Eddie Matthews scores. Covington goes to third, but with 2 outs. Let's see what his running rating is. He's only a 1-11. They're going to hold him at third, even though that would make him a 1-13. We're going to hold him at third. And that's 2 more runs for the Braves, and now they're up 4-0. And Roberts gets his 7th and 8th endurance point. The Phillies are going to get somebody up in the bullpen, and it's going to be Jim Constanti. I don't know. I look at this name and I have a problem. Constanti. He's going to get up. Okay. And Roberts is going to face... Adcock gets 2 RBIs. Roberts is going to face Red Shandy's here with 2 outs. See if he can get out of this jam. 4-0. All right, we got a 5-7, and a 5-7 is a strikeout. Strikeout number 5 for Roberts for the 3rd out. But the Braves score 2 more runs, and after 4.5, they lead 4-2. Excuse me, 4-0. All right, Warren Spahn back out here for the bottom of the 5th, facing Mike Goliath, probably a pinch hitter, and Eddie Wakus. And we have a 3-6, and a 3-6 is a walk. So leadoff walk for Goliath. Whoops, that's not a hit, that's a walk. And the day's over for Robin Roberts. So pinch hitting for him is going to be... Well, it would help if I look at the right team. Huh? Let's see, who's going to pinch hit for him? It's going to be Dick Whitman. Dick Whitman pinch hitting for Roberts. And Constanti is still warming up in the bullpen. So we'll remove that pitcher hitting card for now. And there's Whitman with Goliath on first base. We have a 1-8. And a 1-8 is a fly ball to right field. And that's 1 away. Hank Aaron makes the catch. And there's 1 out. So that didn't work out for the Phillies. We're back to the top of the order with Eddie Wakus and Mike Goliath on first. And we have a 3-4. And a 3-4 is a line out to second base. Red Shandy's has that for out number 2. And here's Whitey Ashburn. Got a 6-7, and a 6-7 is a walk. So Ashburn walks. Goliath moves up to second. There's a chance for the Phillies to get on the board with Dick Sisler coming up to bat. 2 outs. Got a 4-11, and a 4-11 is a ground ball to pitcher X. Well, all the pitchers in this basic game are 2s as far as their defense, and we roll a 4. And pitcher 2 on a 4 is an out. And that'll be a ground out 1-3. And the Phillies do threaten, but do not score. And after 5, it's the Braves 4 and the Phillies nothing. Spahn gets his 5th endurance point. Robin Roberts was pinch hit for last inning. Constanti is the pitcher, new pitcher for the Phillies. And he's going to face Del Crandall, Warren Spahn, and Billy Bruton at the top of the order. And we have a 6-5, and a 6-5 is a pop out to shortstop. Granny Hamner is under that for out number 1. Here's Warren Spahn. And that's a 1-4, and a 1-4 is a strikeout, and that's the first strikeout for Constanti. And it's out number 2. Strikeout number 1. Back to the top of the order, and Billy Bruton. And that is a 1-6 and a 1-6 to pop out to second base. That's the first time that Bruton hasn't reached base in this game. That's a P4. Mike Goliot has that for out number 3. Constanti is a relief pitcher, so he only gets 4 endurance points, and he uses 1 right there. But retires the Braves in order, and after 5.5 innings of play, it's the Braves 4 and the Phillies nothing. Warren Spahn comes back out, and he's got Del Ennis, Willie Jones, and Granny Hamner. And we have a 3-8, and a 3-8 is a double on a 1-9. And it's a double. Leadoff double for Del Ennis. He's 3 for 3. That's his second double this game. So could the Phillies make some noise here in the bottom of the 6th? Man on second, nobody out for Willie Jones. We have a 1-4, and a 1-4 is a double on 1-19. And it is a double with 2 base advance, and the Phillies are on the board. Back-to-back doubles. Willie Jones to second. That drives in Del Ennis. And Jones gets an RBI, and Spahn gets his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th endurance point. So man on second, nobody out for Granny Hamner. And that's a 6-12, and a 6-12 is a ground ball to pitcher B. And no one's forced, runner holds, so that is a 1-3 for out number 1. Andy Semenick is up next. And that's a 1-2, and a 1-2 is a fly ball to left field A. And batter's out, and runners advance 1 base. So that is a fly out to left field for out number 2. But Willie Jones moves over to third. Here's Mike Goliot. And that's a 2-7, and a 2-7 is a strikeout, and that's strikeout number 2 for Warren Spahn. For out number 3, but the Phillies do get on the board, and after 6 innings of play, it's the Braves 4 and the Phillies 1. And Spahn gets his 7th endurance point. Excuse me. Constanti comes back out here in the top of the 7th, and it's Johnny Logan, Eddie Matthews, and Hank Aaron, and we got a 1-8, and a 1-8 is a leadoff single. Leadoff single for Logan. Eddie Matthews. Matthews is 2 for 3, or excuse me, 1 for 2 with a run scored. And that's a 5-7, and a 5-7 is a single on a 1 and a line out 2 to 20. Oof, he rolls a 2, so it's a line out to second base for Matthews for the first out, and Logan holds it first. Here's Hank Aaron. And that's a 3-9, and a 3-9 is a single. So Logan's just going to move up to second base. They're up 4-0. Hammer and Hank hits a single, and it's first and second with 1 out for Wes Covington, Braves left fielder. And that's a 5-5, and a 5-5 is a ground ball to second base C. The batter is out, runners advance 1 base. So that's a 4-3. Aaron moves up to second. Logan moves to third. It's second and third with 2 outs for Joe Adcock. Constanti is going to try to get through this inning here. He probably will be finished after that because he'll be the leadoff batter in the bottom of the 7th. And that's a 2-11, and a 2-11 is a strikeout. And that's the second strikeout for Constanti. And that ends the inning. So the Braves threaten but do not score anymore. And after 6.5, it's the Braves 4 and the Phillies 1. Spawn comes back out. Constanti's done for the day. So he never batted, but he's finished. And Stan Lapata is going to pinch hit for him. So that will be Lapata. Pinch hit. Bottom 7. All right. He's going to face Warren Spahn. We got a 1-10, and a 1-10 is a ground ball back to the pitcher. And Spahn tosses that over to Joe Adcock for out number 1. 1-3. And there's 1 away. So Lapata, he's out of the game. Back to the top of the order, and Eddie Waitkus. And that's a 1-6. A 1-6 is a single. A 1 out single for Waitkus. The Phillies are going to get some more action up in the bullpen since Constanti's day is over. And it's going to be Bubba Church. Bubba Church is going to warm up. All right, so Waitkus on first with 1 away for Whitey. And we got a 6-7, and a 6-7 is a walk. That moves Waitkus up to second base. That's first and second with 1 out. And Dick Sisler. Sisler is 0 for 3. And we have a 3-6, and a 3-6 is a ground ball to shortstop A. And that is going to be a 6-4-3 double play to end any potential rally for the Phillies. That's the second double play for the Braves in this game. And that crushes any hopes for a rally as the inning ends on that double play. And after 7 innings of play, it's the Braves 4 and the Phillies 1. New Phillies pitcher here in the 8th inning is Bubba Church. Put him into the lineup here. Bubba Church is going to face Red Shandies. And that's in the 8th. All right. Here's Shandies, who is 0 for 3. And that's a 6-5, and a 6-5 is a double on a 1-8, and it's a 1, so it's a leadoff double for Red Shandies. Shandies on second with nobody out. Del Crandall. We got a 3-7, and a 3-7 is a ground ball to third base A, and the batters are out. Or excuse me, the batter is out. And that ground ball was to third base, so the batter's out 5-3. And runner holds. So Shandies holds on second. And that's out number 1, 5-3. And here's Warren Spahn. Church down here. He's a 7 on endurance. Sure, I caught up with Spawn. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's correct. Oh no, it should be 8 because the Phillies have scored a run. Okay. There's Bubba Church facing Warren Spawn. Man on second, 1 out. It's a 2-5, and a 2-5 is a single on a 1 to 6. Rolls a 15. It's a line out to second base. Line out to Mike Goliath for out number 2. And we're back to the top of the order for the Braves with Billy Bruton. Bruton is 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored. And that's a 1-3, and a 1-3 is a pop out to first base. Eddie Wakis is under that, makes the catch. And the Braves threaten here in the top of the 8th, but do not score. So after 7.5, it's the Braves 4 and the Phillies 1. Spawn's coming out. He's going to face Ennis, Willie Jones, and Granny Hamner. Here's Del Ennis, who is 3 for 3 with a run scored. And that's a 5-7, and a 5-7 is a ground ball, second base X. Shane Dees is a 1. Rolls a 10, ground ball, second base X, and that is a ground out 4-3 for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Willie Jones, Phillies third baseman, and that is a 3-8, and a 3-8 is a single. It's the second hit for Jones. He's 2 for 4 now, so he's on first with 1 out. And Granny Hamner. And that's a 1-6, and a 1-6 is a single on a 1 to 15. And that's a single with a 1 base advance, so Jones moves up to second. Hamner on first with the single. It's first and second with 1 out for the Phillies, and Andy Semenick. We have a 3-9, and a 3-9 is a walk. Bases loaded with 1 out. Whoops, he's on first. He's on second. So he's not there yet. He's on first base. Semenick's on first. I got to remember that. Mike Goliath. 1 out. Man on bases loaded. And Braves are bringing the infield in. We have a 5-9, and a 5-9 is a ground ball to second base C. Now let's see what happens here with the infield in. A runner on third holds, other runners advance 1 base. Well, the bases are loaded, so he can advance 1 base. Result to batter is safe. Bases loaded situation. Runner on third is out, batter is safe. Okay, so the runner's thrown out at home. So Jones is thrown out at home for out number 2. So that's a fielder's choice. Goliath goes to first, Semenick to second, and Hamner to third. But on the fielder's choice, it's out number 2. Okay, so bases are still loaded. And we are going to have another pinch hitter for the Phillies. 2 outs. That'll be the end of the day for Bubba Church. And it's going to be Jimmy Bloodworth is going to be the pinch hitter here in the bottom of the 8th. And that's Bloodworth. Pinch hit, bottom 8. All right. So bases loaded with 2 outs. Infield back for the Braves. We got a 3-8, and a 3-8 is a double on a 1 to 2, single 3 to 20. It's a single with 2 base advance. So Bloodworth comes up big with the single, drives in 2 runs, and the Phillies are back in this game, 4-3. So that's 2 more endurance points for Spawn. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the Braves need to get somebody warming up in their bullpen. And let's see who it's going to be. It's going to be Gene Conley. Gene Conley's going to start warming up for the Braves. And it's now 4-3 with runners on first and third and 2 outs. So Jimmy Bloodworth comes in and does the job, and we're back to the top of the order, and Eddie Waitkus. And that's a 2-5, and a 2-5 is a fly ball to right field for out number 3. Hank Aaron's under that, makes the catch, and the inning is over. But the Phillies do score 2 runs. And after 8 innings of play, it's the Braves 4 and the Phillies 3. So Bubba Church was finished. And it's going to be Ken Heinzelman. It's going to be the new pitcher for the Phillies. He's a 7. As far as endurance. And he's going to face Logan, Matthews, and Aaron. All right, here we are at the top of the 9th. Braves lead 4-3. Looking for some insurance runs. We have a 4-10. The 4-10 is a fly ball to center field X. Center fielder for the Phillies is Whitey Ashburn. He's a 2. And he rolls a 20. And that might be a re-roll. Yes, so we got to roll again. And he rolls a 14. And a 14 is a foul out. Okay. I'm not sure who that foul out is to. I'm going to say it's to Andy Semenuk. Okay. So that's the first out. We're going to say pop out 2 for out number 1. Here's Eddie Matthews. Nobody on, 1 out here in the 9th. Got a 1-4, and a 1-4 is a ground ball to third base. Willie Jones over to Eddie Waitkus for out number 2. 5-3. Out number 2. All right. Let's take a look at these Braves pitchers. I said Gene Conley was going to be coming in. But I don't think it's going to be him now. It's going to be Don McMahon. He's warming up for the Braves. All right. So we got 2 away for Hank Aaron. And that's a 5-10. And a 5-10 is a pop out to first baseman Eddie Waitkus for out number 3. So the Braves do not score here in the top of the 9th. And after 8.5, it's the Braves 4 and the Phillies 3. Warren Spahn's day is done. And he's going to be facing Richie Ashburn. Or not he, Don McMahon is going to be facing Richie Ashburn. He's the new pitcher for the Braves. In the 9th, bottom. And he is a 4 endurance pitcher. He's pure reliever. He's going to be facing Richie Ashburn, Dick Sisler, and Del Ennis. All right, here we go. Last chance for the Phils. Can they stay on top of the hill? We got a 4-5. A 4-5 is a single on a 1-15. And it's a 4, so leadoff single for Whitey. The tying runs on base. Here's Dick Sisler. Got a 1-5, and a 1-5 is a single with a 2-base advance. Wow. Got runners on the corners with nobody out. For Del Ennis, Braves are bringing the infield in. And we got a 5-7, and a 5-7 is a walk. What is going on here? Bases loaded, no one out. Phillies down 4-3. And here's Willie Jones, who is 2 for 4 today. We have a 3-2, and a 3-2 is a fly ball to right field B. Batter is out, runner on third scores. This game is tied. So that's a sac fly for Jones for the first out. Ashburn scores, game's tied. McMahon gets his first fatigue point. And Phillies have first and second with 1 out. Granny Hamner. We've got a 2-11, and a 2-11 is a ground ball to the pitcher B. Batter is out. No runners are forced. They hold. If one or more runners are first, the batter is safe. And other run. Wait a minute. If one or more runners are forced, runner on first is out. Batter is safe. Okay, so that is a fielder's choice. He's safe at first. Sisler's, I'm going to say Sisler's forced at third for the second out. And oh, excuse me. Sisler's not, no, Sisler moves to third. I apologize for that. Ennis is out at second. So there's 2 away with runners on the corners and Andy Semenick. Game is tied 4-4. We have a 110 and a 110. This is it. The game's over. Andy Semenick hits a double and drives in the winning run. A walk-off double for Andy Semenick. And Dick Sisler scores. And wow, Don McMahon, who had a 1.53 ERA in 1957, blows the save and gets the loss. So the Phillies score 2 in the bottom of the 9th. And manage to win 5-4 and stay on top of the hill. They're now 4-0, another notch in their belt. Let's see if we can get the totals. The Braves had 4 runs on 1, 2, 3. 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors. The Phillies had 5 runs on 5 runs on 13 hits and no errors. The winning pitcher for the Phillies is Ken Heinzelman, and the loser is Don McMahon for the Braves. So the Braves drop to the bottom of the hill, and the Phillies go to 4-0 and will meet the 1962 San Francisco Giants next time out. That's going to do it for this episode. If you hung around this long, thank you. I hope you had a good time, enjoyed this. This was a good game. Talk about coming down to the wire. Oh boy, it was a good one. All right, so the Phillies remain kings of the hill and move to 4-0. And that's going to do it for this episode. Like I said, thank you for subscribing. If you are a subscriber, if you're not, please consider doing so. And until next time, take care.